Really, the only word for it is
Look, look, it's already working. You guys being here is inducing a smile. How's everybody? Did you have a great Christmas? Did you get all the presents that you wanted? Whoa, whoa, hello. That's usually Lodoc's job, Anders, to spoil the prediction. I mean, to show the prediction. TD. Oh, I tell you what. I see how it's going to be today. Do you see what they do to me, Entropic? Entropic's our newest subscriber. Yeah, everybody see that? Entropic came in, and Entropic's like, do you know how I'm going to make this Monday even better for Lee? I'm going to throw a sub in his face. $15 past 10. How lovely. I don't know if I like that redemption. I might get rid of that. Or at least try and put the sign somewhere so it's a bit more vibrant. When I have the curtains open in this new streaming location, it's a bit washed out. So anyway, before I was rudely silenced and then disconnected by the lovely Code with TD, Anders did in fact show the prediction. So, which shirt am I wearing today? As you can probably see, now the camera's been moved, it is in fact Pac-Man, which is not Twitch. It is not Coffee, although I've never interviewed Pac-Man, so he might be partial to the drop of the brown stuff. I don't know. It is in fact something else. So, to everybody that got it right today, GG's! All right, let's see. Who does it think won it today? Who got all the points? Dartma Patir seems to be winning a lot of these predictions. I'm not like pointing any one particular person out, but Dartma Patir, a Moxie drinker. Look at that. GG's, guys. Okay, so you got Hanukkah money. Nice, nice. I mean, money for any occasion is welcome, right? Very nice. Dartma Patir, Sleeps Till Santa, Shenanigans. Yeah, it doesn't take long, does it, Doctor, for the shenanigans to kick off. A door lick, you say? No, there's no more doors. No doors, no advent calendar. That's done and dusted, finished, gone. I managed to escape with a door lick. I think I licked a door once, didn't I? But I think that was about as far as it went. Yeah. Because it was dependent on tier 3 subs, and we got one tier 3 sub from the lovely Harrier Cat. But yeah, just the one. So there we go. You know the drill. New things to lick. I mean, people are still trying to get me, Doctor, to finish off these boxes, the worms and the crickets. But yeah, no, lick the cam. Can you imagine? I might get cancelled for that. Is that against TOS? Like, and then people are like, no, make it stop, please, quick. Fake disconnect. Oh no, it's on cooldown. What can we do? Hurry up, we've got to do something. Yeah. So, yeah, no, nothing to lick today. Now that you aren't sick, can you eat all the bugs? I am actually still sick. I don't want to harp on this. I don't want to dwell on it because nothing worse than going to someone's stream and they're like, oh, I feel so sick today. I got the flu and I blow my nose and I feel a bit nauseous. Oh, no. And then, like, you watch the viewer count just go, doo, like, you know, like me trying to fly Dukasoft's drone. It just go, doo. So, yeah, I don't feel the best. Almost didn't stream today, but you know what? I knew that you guys would want your dose of bit gamey. So, you know, I deprived you on Christmas Day. I deprived you the day after because I didn't feel good. And I thought, you know what? I almost streamed I almost streamed at the weekend, and then I wasn't up to it. And then I thought, well, okay, I'm going to stream today. And then I got up this morning, and I'm like, no, I can't not stream again. They'll think something's happened to me. Bless them. So here I am. Yeah, yeah. So I won't be eating the bugs today. I won't be eating all the bugs. No, no, all, no, no, no. And in case that wasn't clear, I won't be eating bugs today. All right. We actually have a couple of new Ahoos added in. Yeah. Yeah. It's anonymous, though. Does anonymous mean I can't tell you who it was, or does it just mean I can't tell you when they trigger? So I was in a couple of streams at the weekend. All right. And I'm used to my view account doing that. What do you mean? Yeah. The difference is, TD, your view account does that when I join. When I'm like, hi, I'm here, and then everybody disappears. That's different. One bug every 2 minutes until they're all gone. No, Dukasoft, why would you do that to me? Well, if it makes you feel any better, I managed to put my back out. It doesn't really. No, I get occasional back issues, which many years ago I had an x-ray and they couldn't find anything, and they said, oh, well, it must be bulging discs. I guess, you can diagnose based on what you don't see rather than what you do those days. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I have to be a bit careful with what I'm lifting and moving and things. How did you put your back out, Dark Muppeteer? Was it sweeping all that snow? Is that what did it? It could be. I'm trying to keep up with chat, so if I miss anything, please let me know. Yeah, all the Ahoos Entropic. So Entropic, if you wanted to send me an anonymous, I mean, not anonymous to me, but if you wanted to send me a voice clip of you going, ahoo, 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 it's kind of a bit of a standing joke. Okay, so the two we had added at the weekend, I was in JD Does Dev stream, and he did it, and I said, I'm clipping that and using it, and he said, that's okay, you can do that, so I did. And then I was in Bardi's stream, and Bardi did it as well, and I said, right, I'm clipping that, and he's like, yes, you've got my permission. So there we go. We have two new entries, two new hats, if you will, thrown into the Ahoo ring, so maybe you'll hear those today. We're still on vacation, and it's freezing rain, snow right now. We lost power last night around 3-ish in the morning. Moxie, how long was the power out for? Power outages are the worst. You don't realise how much you depend on power until you don't have it. Because you're like, oh, well, the lights will go off. Oh, wait, hang on. Maybe the AC or the heater will go off if that's electric. Oh, no, we don't have any internet because that's connected to the electric. Oh, no, we don't have a PC. So, yeah, lots of stuff needs the crackly stuff. Pink rubber ducky. Look, it's all rubber duckies here. Yeah, so Moxie, how long was your power out for? Hopefully not too long. Hopefully it's back on now. It is a little bit chilly here today. I know you're like, chilly? You're in Texas. What are you talking about? Get a grip. But in fact, it is chilly willy. Nerdwino, did you raid out? Nerdwino had a great stream this morning that sadly I couldn't really be part of. Let me tell you how it happened, shall I? Okay, so I got up this morning early because I was going to do an 8 a.m. stream and get a few more hours in, and I felt not good. So I had to run over to Firefighter Gamers today and deal with the dogs. So I went over there. Yes, Dark Muppeteer, my 15 dogs. And so I went over there and did the thing. And when I was over there, I opened up Twitch on my phone and jumped in lurk mode on Nerdwino's stream, who did a collaborative stream with Tiny Toxic Tofu today, which I presume he's raided out from now because I'm not watching at the moment. I did raid out and totally spaced on raiding here, which was my plan. That's okay, Nerdwino. We can still be friends. It's okay. See, because just to show there's no hard feelings and no sour grapes. We're going to get a clip. Here we go.
It's because there was a physical phenomenon that people from every continent could see. I believe it's aliens. Aha. Yeah, so you're talking about the petroglyphs, right? Yeah, that's this thing.
See, it even talks about aliens. Even has the word aliens on his shirt. Look, although it was AI generated. But that apparently says aliens.
Oh my god.
And look, and he shows us his browser history.
Petroglyph.
Let me search for some more young men working out. Yeah. So if you want to see that type of content, then I wouldn't say go to Nerduino Stream, because that is not typical. Usually it's typical space content and not young men working out in gyms. That's when he accidentally brought his private browser on stream. So yeah. My memory is good, but very short. Mine is very short and not very good. So you're ahead of me, Nerduino. Anyway, I hope the stream went well. I hope there was lots of people in there asking all the right questions. And I thought I was going to have to nerf somebody. I was in Nerduino's stream, and all I heard was, "Oh yeah, we don't talk about those kind of numbers." And I thought somebody was throwing like viewer numbers into chat, but they didn't. And I was about to jump on there and nerf them. But also, Entropic Universe was in there, who is also one of Nerduino's mods, and came back with tea and toast and was ready to start cracking some heads, to start swinging that mod sword. So I knew that everything was in safe hands. All right, so yeah, bit chilly willy here this morning. It's the actual temperature early on apparently felt like 29, but when I went outside, it felt like 20. That wind chill was like, ooh, cut straight through you. I didn't go out in a t-shirt, which I am known to do. I did actually put my Super Mario hoodie on this morning, so I was a bit more dressed for the weather, so to speak. 30 dogs and 21 cats. That's where we're up to now, is it? Well, on that note, we actually have, I don't know if anybody has been eagle-eyed enough to spot it yet. We do, in fact, have a new emote today. Yeah, I created yesterday. And it's an emote of our newest kitty. Wait, where's the stuff down the side? All right, well, that's on the fix list today. So we have Praline as a gigantified emote. We're supposed to see, as regulars will know, the emotes come down the sides of the screen as well, but not today. Yeah, Praline denied, apparently. So, yeah, we tried. JD does JD we were just talking about, who's thrown his hat into the Ahoo ring, is streaming at the moment and just gave us a shout out. So let's return the favour, just because, you know, it's nice to be nice. All right, I'm going to catch up with Smikes in a minute. Me and Smikes, we have these little chats, so I need to wait until I catch up to the message. There is JD when he was doing his face tracking stuff, and
I've made life. I've made it weird, just a little weird.
Just a little.
Let's
And remember, if you like the look of any of these clips or the verbiage underneath, go drop them a follow. Don't just. Can I just reiterate here? Can I just say? Don't just drop somebody a follow because I've said, hey, you should go follow this person. If you have no interest in their content, don't just follow them because I've said, hey, this is somebody I like, go follow them. Don't do that. I know people say that, but don't. If you haven't, I don't want people to look at my follower list and go, oh, 1,100 followers, he must be really good. And then like 2 people show up every stream. I would sooner people just follow other streamers if they're interested in them. Okay, where did I get to? Waits for deals. Smikes, how are you doing? Welcome on in. I couldn't find Barry's tea, though. Settled for Tetley. Do you know what? I can't do Barry's tea. Entropic. I can't. Yes, because someone said Tofu has 3,500 viewers and I really didn't need the pressure. Oh, okay. I thought it was something like that based on the fact I couldn't see any chats, but what's memory? Yeah. Actually, I wonder if the define command would work for that. The ability of the brain to record information or impressions with the facility of recalling them later at will. Yeah. Does Tofu have the front page today? Yes. Yes. I don't know how long for, but she did have front page exposure. Okay. let me scroll back and catch up because it's been a while since I've seen you guys. I've missed you. I hope you Well, not I hope you miss me, because that sounds a bit like I'm fishing, but I hope you had a good Christmas. And if anybody's got any fun plans for New Year, I could find Barry's. Yeah, Barry's tea was recommended to me by Nerdwino, and I bought a box, and I think apart from a couple of tea bags, it still sits in the cupboard because it was a bit too chewy for me. It is my backup. It is my backup tea. It's my backup tea bags in case I completely run out. Because you know what? I don't really like Barry's that much, but it's better than nothing. So if I run out of tea, I'm going to have a box of Barry's sitting in the back. Tetley's is good, and PG Tips. Those seem to be the two I favour the most. I don't think you can get Yorkshire here, but Yorkshire is okay. Waits for deals. Yeah, so the deals. Not really deals today, Smikes. I can tell you a couple of things. I mean, I don't have it with me, but I went to Aldi at the weekend, if anybody's familiar with the German food store, and they had all their Christmas stuff reduced. They had $7 Stollen cakes. Anybody's familiar with those? They are very delicious, but quite expensive. For $1.75. Okay. They had tubs of ice cream because it was peppermint bark or it had some remote relationship with Christmas, down to 59 cents. 59 cents. $10 boxes of biscuits or cookies, some might say, down to $2.49. So bargains to be had. We definitely filled the cart. So we should be good for a while. But to be honest, Mike's Goodwill was a bit of a bust. We went to 3 Goodwills, the 3 closest ones. I mean, sometimes the 2 that are a bit further afield have better deals, but we didn't get to those this weekend or this week. So, yeah. Oh, we got an iOS calendar. Look at that. How lovely. What is going on right now? Where is... Oh, right in the middle there. I see science. Okay. Thank you very much. Wait, what did you just do, Belint? What did you... Subscribed at tier 1, subscribed for 44 months, currently on a 4... That is... Did you know, Belint, that's almost 45 months. That's almost a 4-year-old Twitch baby. Yeah, it's heading that way. Thank you very much. Oh, if I can be to the best friend, father, husband, son, father-in-law, and love you. I love your face, Berlin. And I think I may have told you once or twice, I missed your face over Christmas because you took a sabbatical and you went visiting family. And so you weren't on screen. I mean, What? Smickey's 24, look! Laying on top of Dharma Patir. I don't know how this tree organises its baubles, but wow. With Prime, and we know how exclusive Primes are. You get 1 Prime sub, okay? Why doesn't it just re-up with Prime? I don't think it's automatic. I think with Prime, you have to keep going in and set. Welcome in, Lodoc. How are you doing? We already closed out the prediction. Sorry, but Anders spoiled it. I mean, showed us it on your behalf today. So Anders was the stand-in Lodoc. Can't redeem the shirt. Yeah, I think Nerdwino redeemed it. Okay. But yeah, currently on a 4-month streak. That's almost 5 months. Did you know that? You might not know that, but it is true. Okay. I'm not sure about this playlist. It's New Year's Playlist 2026. So some of the songs might not be appropriate. We're going to zip past those. But yeah, let me scroll back and make sure I don't miss anything in chat, because there's nothing worse than you join a stream and then you send a message and the streamer completely misses it. And you're like, okay, I see how it is. Yeah, so tiny toxic tofu. Let's see. Tiny toxic tofu. Did I spell it right? Maybe. Yes.
Whoa! Firing my lasers.
Firing my lasers.
Like a cannon.
Oh boy.
Oops.
Now, Tiny Toxic is Irish, right? Despite the pseudo-American accent we heard there from lasers.
Hey there! That's bullshit!
So that's Tiny Toxic Tofu playing games, but you can also find lots of sciencey stuff there too. Yeah, so that was who Nerdwino was collaborating with this morning. Can't redeem the shirt. Blame Nerdwino. It's so you can spread it about. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to spread it about though. I use my Prime sub for one streamer, and I've used it for that same streamer since I discovered them, and it's been so long now, and it's annoying. I have to keep going back and doing the resub every month instead of it just rolling over and becoming automatic. It would be nice if that was a setting in your options, right? You go into your Amazon options and you can set it to auto renew. That would be something. Intentionally so you forget. That's more like it. Yeah. Well, didn't take long, but the coffee went cold. Greetings to you, Lodot. I hope you're having a happy Monday. Jeff wants you to forget and not give out the two. There you go. See, everybody's dissing Mr. Bezos today. Prime is not automatic. I had to redo mine, and it stinks that you have to wait until it's expired to reuse it. This is true. He only has like $60 billion. Has to be stingy somewhere, and that's why he has $60 billion. Like I feel I should be able to say on the last day or two to renew using my Prime. Yes, that would be good. Oh, we've got a campfire song, have we? We do, and here we go. Perfect timing. Hope you're all singing along. But then how would they promote those subscriber conversions from Prime to paid? This is also true. Yeah. See, everybody's onto Jeff. He thinks he's a bit canny, but no. Pew, pew, pew. Sing it. Assume 1 million Prime subs times 250 times 12 months is 30 squillion bucks. They can make everyone miss one day of Prime sub. That's 82,000. See, we need somebody like Nerdwino, the former NASA scientist, to do the math for us. Oh, I'm sorry. According to the DuckDuckGo AI, he has 243.9 billion. I mean, that's AI though, so it's probably not right, is it? I'm finding more and more often when I look things up with AI, it's wrong. And sometimes not just a bit wrong, sometimes a lot wrong. So I definitely wouldn't depend on it for something like, say, medical advice. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Whoa, what's with all the other people shouting me out today? Jotson. Do you know Jotson? Are you familiar with Jotson? You might be like, who? Or you might be like, oh, Jotson, yeah, I'll subscribe over there. Let's get a shout out for Jotson. Let's see if we can get a clip of the game dev.
Here, this is my advice for anybody picking a language or an engine or an art tool or a pencil. You want to buy some scissors, whatever it is.
Give us the advice.
Pick the one that you hate the least, because you're going to hate them all. None of them are going to be perfect. Just pick the one that you hate the least and then use that one. And it's going to be different for everybody because everybody has different preferences, and that's fine.
Wise words.
That's the way.
But that's why we say here that, it doesn't matter which game engine you use whichever one you're most comfortable with. Or as Jotson said, the one that you hate the least. So, whether that's Unreal, Unity, Godot, and you know where you can find asset deals for all of those engines and more. For free, exactly, on my Discord server. Just saying. Putting that out there. I mean, I know that, but that seems pretty accurate. I mean, yeah, I guess when it comes to stuff like medical information, though, you want it to be 100% accurate rather than pretty accurate. You see how it is now? We have the days until, and then they click over. So now we have 361 days until Christmas. And then we had the Halloween one, which also clicked over. If anybody thinks there would be another good one to have, hey, how many days until this? We can maybe look at adding that into the redemptions as well. I've turned off almost all AI and blocked out the network level. Yeah, I like with Google, when you do a search, you can just put minus AI in and it just doesn't give you the AI results. I will say, though, I do have Gemini. I have the Gemini app on my phone because sometimes when I go to Goodwill and I'm looking for bargains and I pick something up and I'm like, what is this? So I just take a picture and I say, what is this? And it's like, this is blah, 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 blah. It does this, 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 and this, and this. And I'm like, okay, what's the retail price? Okay, the retail price is $3 gazillion. Okay, well, I guess $2.99 is a good deal then. So I use it for that. I've heard that Claude is good for code, and I don't mean creating code from scratch and vibe coding, because don't do that. Yeah, I heard that Claude is good as like a code assistant if you need help with fixing something, or, you know, if you're not quite sure how you can best structure your code, or if you can't figure out a way to do a certain thing, then throw it all into Claude. I heard it's pretty good for that. Didn't know Gemini did that. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, obviously, the more, you know, it's like anything, the more information you give it, the better it is. Sometimes if it's quite obvious from the front of it, based on the shape and, say, unique markings, I'll take a picture of that. Otherwise, I'll just take a picture of the label on the bottom, which will include things like the model number, and then it can run off and find it. Or if you have a stupid typo, yeah, I can neither confirm nor deny whether I have actually done that before myself. Yeah, so yeah, the Aldi food bargains were probably the biggest bargains of the weekend. Bit of a bust at Goodwill, but has anybody seen these before? I mean, dim the light a little, that might make things better. Space sabers. They can't call them lightsabers because, well, firstly, they get in hot water with George Lucas, and secondly, they're not actually lightsabers. I don't know if anybody's seen these. And, you know, with hindsight's a wonderful thing. It's always after the fact, though, isn't it? And so me now trying to get into this, because it's this silly plastic film they put over it, so you can't see what's in it until you get it. And then, you know, me trying to break into this film so I can show you exactly what it does. And because this is such a wholesome stream, I'm not going to say that, you know, it's anything like you might see after possible blue pills. Well, I didn't hurt my teeth at all. Okay. So, if you're not familiar, Firefighter Gamey got me a few gifts. One was some cologne, which is quite nice, which is in the bathroom. I don't have it here. 5 of these space sabers. Okay, and what they do, don't get too excited if you like Star Wars, because it's not really like a lightsaber. But anyway, I think like scientists in here, like Nerduino and Balint and other sciencey people that are in here might be interested in this. We can call it an unboxing, but you basically pop the top off, okay, and then you take the thing out, all right, and then you unfurl it if you so wish, and it's like almost like a foil balloon, that kind of material, and then you open it all the way up, and then look, two-sided lightsaber, and you're like, well, that's not much fun, is it? And this is where the blue pills reference comes in, because at one end of it is a the bit here, which I guess is supposed to be moved further up, so it's up here, so you're like pressing the button, but it's not. It's actually just here. But anyway, when you press it, it sets off a chemical reaction or something, and right before your very eyes, you ready? Are you ready for this, everybody? Okay. Chemistry. Yeah, what Entropic said, because if it's not game dev, it's usually over my head. But if I press this here, look, and there's a hissing noise, you might or might not hear, but as you watch slowly, as I zip past this potty mouth song, eventually, before next Christmas, if you watch, it's getting there. Come on. It takes a bit longer lately, but yeah, it'll get there eventually. I can still hear the hissing, so I know that it's still on the way. This is like quality content, right? Where else can you get this? I can see now, really, it's becoming more apparent to me why people like Entropic are like, you know what? This is fantastic content. I want to subscribe to this. So I think those pills take a bit to work. I can neither confirm nor deny Smikes because, yeah, I'm not outing myself here, but I have no point of reference. It's just saying. Sorry, I wasn't yelling at you. I was excited. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay to be excited or to yell at me. Look, Bardaki's here just in time. Bardaki was showing off about his wood on his stream, and I'm showing off my lightsaber. So how are you doing, Bardy? This, in fact, I got 5 of these for Christmas. They're called space sabers, right? Like lightsabers, but not. And then you peel off the plastic, and then you pop open the little egg like it's, spherical Kinder egg or something. And inside you get this, well, what amounts to like a foil balloon or any of those other things you get somewhere like Dollar Tree. It's still hissing. It's still going. It's still trying to make it erect. Give it a moment. Granted, not the best quality content for a Monday when everybody's trying to wake up. But do you know what? It'll get there eventually. Trust me. This reminds me of something else. Does it, Dr. Captain, sir? Take a pill, wait for it to happen. You don't even have to take a pill with these. You just press the magic button at the bottom, and then 3.5 hours later, you have a fully erect saber. Maybe. Maybe it just needs a little bit of persuading. But, yeah, and before you know it, I mean, you have to do the sound effects yourself, but... Got your own lightsaber. Yeah. Funny thing was, when Firefighter Gamey got them for me, she had no idea what they were. And she was working, and I sent her a picture and I sent her a video, and what was her response? Was it, oh my goodness, that's the best present I've ever got anybody ever? Or was it, well, they're a bit useless? Just a bit of persuading, yeah. But I shouldn't play into that. That's what she said. Yeah, so there you go. And look, before you know it, even the lightsabers in Star Wars were not as firm as this, okay? And yeah, I already did one as a test. This is the second one. So I do, in fact, still have 3 left to play with at my leisure. So, Bardy, look, space saber balls. How are your balls doing, Bardy? That's a standing joke for anybody that doesn't get the reference. Okay. We were trying to get the multi-ball thing working before, and Bardaki was testing it, and I asked, anyway, how are your space balls doing? Yeah, they're doing okay. They're a bit spacey, which I guess you would expect. Yeah. So I have a little pile of things here. I don't know if Balint's still here, so we'll wait till Balint resurfaces, and then I'll move on to that thing. But also from Firefighter Gaming, I got these. See if we can Orange Blossom, World Market Orange Blossom candles. And they smell really good. They're single wick, for anybody that's a candle connoisseur. Has a glass, embossed glass jar that it's in. I did in fact get 2 of those. There we go. Allow. There we go. You got auto modded. Indeed you did. Yeah. Oh, you can press my magic button. Bardaki. Oh, matron. What are the floating cat whiskers next to you? The floating cat whiskers, if you haven't seen it before, is my fibre optic lamps, Mike. Do you remember these? Remember these fibre optic lamps? Changes colours and everything. Look. Yeah. It's like some people had hair like this in the 80s, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, vaguely. Yeah, so it basically fires... It fires a beam of light into this end where the fibre optic strands are, and then the light changes colour, and then you don't actually see... Well, I guess you do. You see something along the strands, but also the ends are lit up as well. So, yeah, that's a lamp that comes on automatically when I stream. Oh my goodness, the shaky coda. I think we saw this clip last time, didn't we? The starting soon screen. How you doing, Shaky? Oh my goodness. This is the second raid in recent times from the shaky coda. Clip needs to disappear or we can't see the name behind it. So close. How you doing, Shaky? Welcome on in. Good to see you. What happened in your stream today? What did I miss? I would do another shout out to get another clip, but we might get the starting soon scene again. So, King, how you doing? Welcome on in. Well, while we wait to find out what we missed in Shaky's stream today, my name is Big Gamey. Some people call me Lee, and we usually work in the Unity game engine. Mondays is the exception to that rule. Some would say other days too, but Mondays we have Mix It Up Mondays where we kind of get a bit silly, a bit loosey-goosey. We work on some stuff on the stream, like possibly the plop game you can see here. But yeah, just some silly shenanigans, some cool hanging out, and some really cool people in here. We have a good community and a wide spread of talents, from makers and crafters to former NASA scientists to biologists to all kinds of people in here. So welcome on in, everybody. Good to see you. He bought the whole December. So you missed December. And whatever that was, that just went straight over my head, but thank you. Stripe working. You finally got Stripe working. Huzzah! What was the challenge inside? Oh, okay. What was the challenge with getting Stripe working? Was it like issues with the API, or I'm selling monthly subs? Excellent. Subs are the best things to sell, Shaky. And what will the subs get you? Obviously not, you should already be subscribing on Twitch to Shaky Coda, but this is separate. This is probably one of the apps that he's working on and selling monthly subs for. But we're gonna slowly draw it out of him like we're interrogating him, right? We're gonna shine a very bright light into his eyes. Or we might go after him with a space saber, which we've just established is one of the best things you can actually get for Christmas. Okay, look how solid that is. Now it's fully inflated. Yeah. Subs are usually... I'm not going to say that, buddy. I see what you're doing. Home ed lessons. Very nice. Well, you know the drill, Shaky. If you got any links, screenshots, clips, whatever you want to show. Some people come in and say, here's my link tree, here's my socials. If there's anything you want to show off, You know the drill. You know what to do. And to the new party people, you know what to do if you want to find your way back here, possibly at some point in the future. And why wouldn't you really? I mean, if it's a place that Shaky Coda wants to raid into, it can't be that bad, right? Just saying. So, all right. Well, we're working through things at the moment because it's a loosey goosey Monday, and we just had the Space Sabers, we had the Orange Blossom candles, and you might remember if you were on my last stream on Christmas Eve, we did in fact build. Look, I'm not going to say Lego because that's a brand name, but we built a brick Christmas tree, complete with trunk and lights and star. Yeah, all the good stuff. And of course, that's now going to keep company Rudolph that I built off stream. Cute. No, you, King. Oh, wait, you meant... Okay. You could poke an eye out with that saber. You could, yeah. That's probably why I shouldn't have been given them, because, as I said, I have 5. That was the second one you saw me get out on stream today. And, yeah, there's still 3 left. So, yeah. So, last but not least... Yay! Thank you, Anders. iOS calendar. Oh, I'm wrecking the joint now. Hang on. All right, so speaking of bricks, I'm doing so many good segues today. Berlin, if he was here, would be very proud. Speaking of brick sets, I did actually get one from Firefighter Gaming for Christmas. I don't know if anybody has seen this one, is familiar with this one. Have you heard of the Lego Creator sets? Now, I've been on Yogurt Garrel's stream before, and obviously she's the Tetris queen. She's the Canadian supermodel, but she also does brick building. Okay, let's see. It'd be funny if we got a clip of her actually brick building. Let's have a look. No.
Hi, Chickadee. Look, I found you guys a
She
bird.
loves the burbs. This is where she goes out and
I
about
found you a bird.
on a walk around Canada land and shows you outside where she touches grass so we don't have to. But she has done one of the Creator series, one of the 3-in-1 before, where she did a burb, and she did it during the Super Bowl, and she called it Superb Owl. See, Super Bowl, but you put the space in a different place. And she did an owl one. And Barry, I told the party people we have new additions to the Who Are You redemption. Yours that you kindly let me grab at the weekend. At the weekend? It was the weekend. I'm losing track of days. And also, I was in JD's stream and I grabbed one as well. So now we have a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yesterday. Okay, 16 Who's now. Yeah. So... If you so wished, Bardi, I could show the party people yours, but, you know, they are submitted anonymously. So, anyway, without further ado, because nobody likes ado, here is the Lego set, the 3-in-1 Creator set that Firefighter Gaming got for me. Look. So you start off, you're like, I'm going to build a camera. I'm going to build an SLR camera. And then you build that, and then you go, Look, you can make a camcorder, a video camera, and this one, look, like a TV. So just to give you an idea, I gifted that camera set to my dad last Christmas. Very nice. Has he built it yet, though? Because I know when Firefighter Gaming gave me the Darth Vader mask, it took months, I'm going to say more than a year, to actually get it assembled, which we finally did on stream. But to give you an idea of how many pieces, the Christmas tree was 112 pieces. The Darth Vader mask was 830 pieces. This one is 261. So it's still going to take a while, but I'm actually looking forward to building that. So I have a newfound love of building brick sets. So that's going to be on another stream. And she also got me a Kit Kat, which I might nibble in the background today when nobody's looking. Yeah. So I bought a roll of stickers. And you might be like, wait, why are you buying rolls of stickers? Well, you know how when we have a level of a hype train completed, we do a sticker giveaway? And for the 3 people that won stickers on the previous stream, they're in the mail. They've been sent off. They went today. So keep your eyes on your mailbox. You should be getting those shortly. But I then got this roll of stickers that I thought, you know what would be nice? If I like put one of these stickers on the envelope of the stickers that I send out. I don't know how clear it's going to be. Let's see if we can. Is it going to focus? Is it going to be nice and possibly, maybe, too much light? Okay, so you can see there's some words and there's a picture of a sun. Well, there's a picture of my shirt today. It's over my shoulder. Hey, thanks, Dark Muppeteer. No booing. Wanted iOS. So it says, hope this package brightens your day. Yeah. Oh, Badaki doesn't want me to brighten his day. But anyway, I have stickers. Hope this package brightens your day. And I just thought it'd be cute to stick those on when I send out the stickers. Or if, in fact, I send any packages. So, yeah, I think that's all. That's all the stuff. I did get a package, speaking of packages, from Berlin recently. I got 2 packages from Berlin recently. And I got 2 packages from Berlin. One of them was after somebody else said they sent me a package that I haven't received yet. And I did get my email from the post office today saying, all right, this is what you can expect in your mail today. And that person still, or nothing from that person. Oh, look, and Anders just outed himself. Yes, if only you would receive stickers from me. I don't know. I feel like either they're just never going to arrive because things do get lost in the mail, or it'll get returned for some reason. It'll say unable to deliver, and I don't know why. I mean, I can only assume that you put the correct address on there, so I don't know why it wouldn't get to me. You might, at some point, you might want to actually confirm in a DM, Anders, which address you sent it to, so we can double check on that. But yeah, nothing yet, I'm afraid. Anyway, the packages that did get through, I have this Silksong sticker from Balint. I won in a raffle, and also Skeptical Bunny from his stream, which is all glittery and stuff on the outside. Yeah. So that's my latest 2 additions to my sticker collection. Do you know what? It's funny because I had 3 brick sets to build over Christmas. I built Rudolph off stream because I rage quit it on stream, and then built the tree on stream. We still have this little fella. I don't know if you recognise him. We didn't actually end up building Santa, the main man of the moment, the man of the hour. Look, still have all the brick pieces there. So I might just have to build that off stream, possibly. All right, so let's have a...
I see. All right, buddy, I see how it is. I'm about to start doing stuff and you just want to squish me.
Yeah! Okay. Let's have a squish, yes. Oh, you know I'm always squishy around you, buddy. Wait, what? So we have the new Praline emote, which you can use for the drop game. if you so wish. And assuming that I can actually find... It's vanished. How has it vanished? Oh, I bet I need to restart OBS, don't I? How did I show it earlier? Aaron Gaming Dev. There you go. Random subscriber shout out. And that's because every so often we have a who subs command. And when it runs the who subs command, we get a random person that subscribes. Dark Mapetir, I don't think that's how it's pronounced, Pirate, but Dark Mapetir is also a subscriber. So, yeah, there it is. Yeah, I don't know how I showed it off earlier then. Anyway, there is a new emote, so that I have all of my Aminals immortalized now. And there is Dark Mapetir, as Pirate pronounced it in chat. So we have a new Praline emote. So now all the Aminals now have their own emotes. Fix Gigantify emote. Yeah, why didn't it Gigantify? I wonder if it... Let me just try Gigantify again. And if it works, then it must be related to specifically that emote. Yeah. And speaking of cats and new kitten emote, we have a new kitty in chat in the form of Cutie Kitty. How you doing, Cutie Kitty? Happy Monday. Good to see you. Alrighty, so I'm not going to fix Gigantify emote. I think it already works. I think it's just still updating with the new... There we go. Dark Mapetir has it. And, in fact, landed Praline in the snow pile. Yeah. Excellent. So, the Gigantify mode doesn't need fixing. I said I've stent the stickers out. And the stickers went to Tubby Crumbles, Anders, and Dr. Captain Sir. Their chosen duck stickers from the previous stream are winging their way. So, yeah, Berlin, I was just showing off the lovely stickers you sent me. Anders keeps saying that he sent me stickers, but they have not arrived. So I don't know. I'm not sure. But also, as well as the stickers, I also won some pins. Look. Science, one of the pins, and then Wholesome as Ferret, another one of the pins. So they'll be adorning my caps very shortly. Speaking of caps, see, there's so many segues today. We really got to do something about these segues. Speaking of caps, I nearly bought a hat at Goodwill. Smikes was asking about Goodwill bargains. I almost bought a beanie. It was an official Squishmallows beanie, okay? And obviously it's a beanie, so you pull it down over your head like this. And it had like 2 ears on top and a smiley cat face. And I thought it might work for the Bongo cat stream, if in fact we did meet the quota, which I don't think we're going to, because the Play Dem Bongos challenge is only 41% raised. So please continue not donating your points to that challenge, and then I won't have to have everything Bongo Cats as a stream. So, yeah. Considering the hallway I had to go through, about 20 meters, was dark all the way, being alive is very much the best at the moment. Is this just today or all the time? Yeah, so what I tend to do with dark hallways is, because we have digital assistants in every room. Oh my goodness, it's Carlo. How you doing? Welcome in. If you're not already following the Stream Scribe, you need to get on that, okay? Okay, do I still have Masterpiece? So I created a command a while ago. Okay. And I had a command called masterpiece. I need to look up why it's not working. And it brings up a piece of artwork that Carlo did for me on stream. And do you know what else Carlo did for me on stream? Look at this. Look, I showed this off previously when it arrived. Look, Bit Gamey sticker. This is created by the Stream Scribe. Okay. All right. And also, look, a sticker with the logo and stuff. Yeah. How you doing, Carlo? Hope you're having a good day. Don't follow friends. It ends badly. Important. That comma and stuff. Yes. So how's your website thingy coming along, Carlo? I'm doing good. How about you? Yeah, I'm doing all right so far. We just ran through a couple of the Christmas gifties that I got over Christmas, which was nice. We're just about to hit the asset store and see what's going down on the asset store. Mine is done, working on 2 more for fellow streamers. So you were having like a base, weren't you, for other people to possibly, potentially, allegedly subscribe to? I'm trying to remember what it's called now. Not hypetrains.com, was it? I don't remember what it was called. Been a hot minute. My workplace is at an old building from the 70s and hasn't been improved since then, only maintained. It's not live yet. Oh, okay. Hype trained. Okay, there we go. Yeah, what I was saying is I have digital assistants in every room, and we have smart plugs and we have smart bulbs and things. So if there's a place that's particularly dark, it's nice to, if it's a lamp, to plug it into a smart plug, or if it's a ceiling fan, to put a smart bulb in there. And then you can actually turn the light on before you go there. So it lights it up for you. It's all clever stuff. Yeah, fancy pants. But anyway, so everybody that won stickers from the last stream, speaking of stickers, I've sent those out. Just to recap, it was Tubby Crumbles, it was Anders, and it was Dr. Captain. We've run through my Christmas prezzies. The asset store at the moment, for anybody that doesn't know, I mean, for anybody that's on my Discord server, you will know because I post it in the lounge every day. But in the last week of the year, running up to the last day in December, the asset store is actually giving away, as it says here, a free asset every single day. Hey, look, I think this sound clip is on Jern's stream, isn't it? What if Bit Gamey becomes Full Gamey? Hugin, how the devil are you? It's been a hot minute. Welcome on in. What if Bit Gamey becomes Full Gamey? How do you know that Full Gamey is not my alt account? That can only mean one thing. There it is. My fave bear is in the house with his GB. Sound alert. Walk on sound. Overstuffed. I mean, I did eat a lot at Christmas. It's true. I've been waiting all weekend for that. So happy. So that's the first time. So if you subscribe to the channel, if you throw some moolah and become a subscriber, you can actually have a walk on sound. Now, you only need to subscribe for 1 month because I'm not that stingy. I'm going to take it back. All right. So once you've subscribed for 1 month, you get to keep your walk on sound. And then every time you join the stream, your first message, you'll get the walk on sound. Well, last week, Ice Bear clipped me going, jeeba, and said that he wanted that as his walk on sound. So there, in fact, it was. Yeah. So hopefully that was worth waiting all weekend for. Anders, so close. Oh my goodness. Yeah, close but no cigar. Yeah, but I mean, you can smell the box of cigars. I'll lift the box up.
And you can smell it, and then... Bardak is determined to keep me squished today. Alright, let's get this thing back up. Come on.
Ah, there we go. Ice Bear with the 100 biddies. Now the question is, there's a secret menu for 50 bits. Does it still give you access to the secret menu for 100 bits? I think it probably does. It probably does, Bear. A small token of my appreciation. No, we don't need any. You know what the token is that shows me you appreciate me? Showing up, even if you just lurk, okay? Because I like the fact that people want to come here. That's my token, all right? Those were just bits. See now? No, it's not about eating doors, Berlin. My favourite bear knows what the secret menu is, and usually he seems to come in when I've got any cold coffee left. So, you know, usually it's 50 bits, so that from the secret menu, you can make me drink cold coffee. Ice Bear doubled that up today. It's not as much cold coffee as I've had before. Sometimes it's been like 2/3 of a cup, and it's absolutely disgusting. It's not any less disgusting when there's less coffee. It just goes down quicker. I feel like you're encouraging me to order off. No, you already ordered. You placed your order, okay, and you doubled up on your order today. So I now have to drink this coffee. Thanks, Bear. How do people voluntarily drink that? People in chat before said, "Oh yeah, I drink cold coffee. Yeah, I have coffee and then it goes cold and I just drink it." Why? Why? It's not yummy at all. It's disgusting. I feel like Bad Bunny might be a little bit inappropriate, so let's skip Bad Bunny. Shining Light, I've never heard. In fact, I haven't heard of a lot of these, and I think let's pick the 70s, shall we? Let's go back to the 70s. What? My favourite bear on an almost 11 stream streak. What? So much nudity. Microwaving coffee angers the game dev gods. And by the game dev gods, you mean Clayman Dev, because Clayman doesn't like it when people microwave coffee, or in fact just talk about it. He gets a little irate. So yeah, let's get a little clipperoony. Uh-oh, wait for it.
Nice ocean waves. Alright. Thank you all so much for hanging out. That's gonna be it for me today. Let's go and
Rage quit. Rage raiding out because of the Rickroll there. Yeah, he's not a big fan of the Rickroll, and he's been caught a couple of times. It's gotta be said. Yeah, I'm always streaking. I mean, I'd rather eat charcoal. You'd rather eat charcoal than drink cold coffee. Roman Catholic. How you doing, Mr. Brain? Welcome on in. Who'd even Rickroll Clayman? Now, I believe you did it the second time, Bardi. I think, was it Woosa did the first one? I think so. Rage uninstall. Do you know what I'm about to rage uninstall, Carlo? I'm about to rage uninstall DaVinci Resolve. I downloaded the gigabytes, that is the exe file. I installed DaVinci onto my G drive, and it opened up. It said, "Hey, new project." I said, "Yes, please, new project." Just froze. Didn't do anything. I had to force close it. And then I thought, maybe, just maybe, it's because it's not installed on the main hard drive. So I uninstalled it. I hadn't got the file anymore, so I had to go and put all my details in at the website again, download the gigs of exe again, try the installed it onto the C drive. Same thing. It will not open. And it's very frustrating because obviously it's free. You can get a paid tier, but it's free. And I use Camtasia, which is paid for, and I'm having issues with, so I want to stop using it. You don't enjoy the free program lockup feature. I wish it was just a slider. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Lock up this on launch. Nope, slide that off. That's a new feature in the last build. I know people are having a lot of builds with, is it version 20, I think? But yeah, it does not want to work. So I think I'm only left now with going to their official support to see if they can suggest anything, because I've used the Googles and it wasn't much help. So I've tried running it in compatibility mode. I get that I'm on Windows 11 now, and I'm not just saying that because I want people's sympathy, but I feel like it probably should just work. You know what I never had to rage uninstall because I never got it in the first place? Black Ops 7. Was there issues with Black Ops 7? Is there a reason somebody would want to rage uninstall it? I'm not familiar with Black Ops 7. Again, I don't get that. Oh wow! Even Mr. Brain was wowed by the joke content here. So, Ice Bear, we said we're not giving points to the challenge because we're not going to fulfill it, because then I don't have to play dem bongos for a whole stream. So 45% raised on the challenge. If we could just leave it there, that'd be good. Oh yeah, there's tons of issues. What was the game? Here's a pop quiz for you. What was the game that I saw in the news today that I can't remember already, where they actually turned it off? Was it Ubisoft maybe? As it got hacked, and the hackers were giving out stuff like DLC to people. They were randomly unblocking accounts that were blocked. They were randomly blocking accounts that weren't. Avert your eyes. It's an almost 4-stream streak from our favourite kiddie. Rainbow Six. Yeah, it was Siege. Yeah. Which has people questioning the security on the back end, that somebody can just get in and do that. But when you have all these data breaches going on, is it really that, firstly, is it that unbelievable? And secondly, how accountable do we have to make companies for getting breached or hacked when, nothing's foolproof, right? Bongo Cat all stream and you expect me not to contribute. Actually, to be honest, the two biggest fans here, I think, of Bongo Cat are Ice Bear and Dukasoft, who both use the subscriber song request commands to play Bongo Cat songs during streams, usually. Yeah. That sounded not great. Wait, Cutie Kid is donating. No. What didn't sound great? You not having clothes on, Cutie Kitty. I mean, I don't know what I missed that didn't sound great. We're covering a lot of stuff today. Look, Dukasoft has a Christmas lizard emote. I have the Bongo Cat game and it is actually on my stream layout. You're so fancy, Mr. Brain. I've been playing a simple little roguelike Metroidvania platformer I discovered called Weapon Hacker. 30-minute playtime randomized every time. If you want a retro challenge from back in the coin-up days of arcades, try it out. Teenage Carlo in my heart is quite happy. Very nice. Don't very often play a lot of games on stream, but we did make an exception. Was it last week? I feel like it was last week. Still Wakes the Deep, I believe it was called. A horror game that I was bullied. I mean, it was suggested I play when I had a challenge for playing a scary game on stream. So it was a bit scary, and 50%. No, tell me we're not at 50%. 51%. No. I mean, the Bongo Cat game is a glorified widget, but it's so cute. Oh. Well, I hope it's an actual game as well, because I heard it was like a multiplayer game. And I think Dukasoft, at least, wanted to play against me on stream. So I guess we'll find out if we meet the challenge, if we get enough points thrown into the mix. DJ Miss Shelton. I'm not familiar with DJ Miss Shelton. Entropic? Is that a DJ stream worth joining? Or were you randomly gifted a sub because you got raided into them at some point and don't really know who they are? Oh, Elton John. Nice call, Bear. See, now on Ice Bear Bear's stream, my fave bear, he has things like if you request a certain song, then certain things happen on the stream. I'm not going to tell you what
first
song.
time I played Pedro in my chat. In my stream. I'm kind of excited.
Trying to read what that says. Not
is the
very
moment.
successfully. This is a moment. Indeed.
I didn't know.
It wasn't my eye. She did just blink, right? I didn't imagine that. This song's been stuck in my head for days. Yeah, so if you want some cool redemptions and some game dev stuff, and occasionally, possibly, allegedly, game playing stuff, go drop Ice Bear Bear a follow. Fellow Unity game dev, and my fave bear, in fact, if there was ever any doubt. Yosh. So, back to the asset store. A free asset every day. I hope you've been getting these free assets, Bear. I'll keep posting in my lounge for people to rock on up to the store and get their free asset. So what they do is they show you all of the assets that are going to be on offer. The code isn't valid until the day, and then I believe, although I can neither confirm nor deny, that it only lasts for 24 hours and that this is just left on here for reference now, that you can't still use these codes if you missed any. But I could be wrong. Was gifted but lurked there now and then. Oh, okay. How's your weather in your neck of Texas? Well, those people that don't know, Hugin is actually my neighbor. As anybody that lives within 8,000 miles of each other can be a neighbor in Texas because Texas is so huge. But the weather, since you're asking, Hugin, in my neck of the woods, at the moment my phone says it's 47. Is it 47 now? Hang on. 39 right now. 39 feels like 29. Okay, and when I went over to Firefighter Gamies this morning and dealt with her dogs, it felt more like 20. I'm not going to lie. Apparently it was 29 then as well. So, a little bit chilly willy, Hugin. Hopefully you're staying wrapped up and warm. I'm about to go asset shopping because I got paid this morning. Woohoo! Woohoo! Payday's great, right? Especially when you can head to the asset store and get some stuffs. Are you going to be hitting Etsy as well, Bear, or are you done with Etsy for now? I got 40 and feels like 20. You know what? I never had to rage on in store because of it. Getting deja vu. All right, so these are the free assets every day until the end of the year on the asset store. They're calling them New Year gifts as we head towards the new year. So if I throw the link in chat, there we go. You can head on over to this page here. And today is in fact the 29th. So Combat Skills Series Katana. So if you have a game that this might fit, or you might just, possibly want it in future, gift from Biper is the code. We'll click on get your free gift. And look, it's usually $60. Half price at the moment. Wait, has this only just came out? Latest release date, December 24th. Yeah, released June the 5th. So it's an asset that came out this year. Only 6 months old, and already we're able to get it free. So let me just put you into Blurrsville for a moment while I buy now. And usually the code is gift from, and then it's the asset developer name. So when we go to this page where it completely doxes me, if I unblur my screen, you would see all of my details. Okay, so you just paste the code into where it says enter coupon credit code to update your price and click on apply, and then it changes from $32.48 including tax to $0. $0. No moolah, no smackaroonies at all. Because, you know, if you're a game dev like Freshie is, and you use Unity like Freshie does, you might appreciate the link that's in chat that gives you a bunch of free assets. And today we had a Combat Girls asset. This one here. I already have all your details. But you didn't see this thing get erect earlier, did you, Freshie? I have Space Sabers. Firefighter Gamey bought me 5 Space Sabers, which come in a little plastic thing like that. And then you strip off the plastic outside, the outer, if you will. You crack open the egg. Oh, now I'm wrecking the joint. You crack open the egg and you get a little flippy floppy thing, and then you press on the end of it and it turns into this. Yeah. Now Freshie, you see, Freshie went to Best Buy and pretty much bought one of everything when he recreated his new hardware rig. I bet he didn't end up with a Space Saber. Yeah, gifts money can't buy. Well, I mean, this was bought for me, so I guess money can buy, but yeah, that's the second one of 5. I have 3 left. Yeah. Dukasoft in Glorious Steampunk Christmas. Look at that. You're all following Dukasoft, right? Because he does drone footage and stuff. Takes you into the wilderness sometimes. Yeah. And then dive bombs people with his drone. Actually, he doesn't do that last bit, but that would be funny. How you doing, Freshie? You having a good Monday? Went Etsy shopping last payday. Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. Dear God, I missed playing Anno so much. That's what she said. Thank you, Entropic. Happy time zone, exactly. So far, so good, I guess. Everybody's so cheery today. We've got Freshie coming in with so far, so good, I guess. We get Cutie Kitty coming in with I'm alive. It's like, yeah, everybody's so happy to be here and bring the positivity and the radiance. We were talking about the the game earlier, Freshie, the game that you kindly gifted me, Still Wakes the Deep, which I still have paused and I need to finish because according to Dark Muppeteer, I'm about halfway through and I was thinking I was like 95% the way through, so I'm gonna have to get back on that. Not on stream because we did the horror stream thing when you all scared the bejesus out of me. But yeah. Anyway, Ice Bear Bear's already made me drink cold coffee. We've checked out the free asset. One thing we haven't touched on yet is, well, we touched on my Space Saber, but that's another story. The Publisher of the Week, which we can look at when I return. And if anybody wants to look at it before I return, then there's the link in chat for you. I'm going to go and put a hot coffee in this, which is much more preferable to drink than cold coffee. But yeah, Explosive Device C4 and Defuse Kit. Freshie, you might want to check this out if you haven't got it already. See, Freshie just arrived and already is getting naked and wants me to bust out my camera. So, look, Freshie, here it is. I'm not sure how many pictures you'll be able to take with it because it's Lego, but yeah, one day on stream, we are going to assemble the camera. I mean, this is just Segway Central today, right? It's crazy town. Yay, real Lego. There's nothing wrong with generic or fake Lego. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gems like this, Dukasoft, or gems like my racing arcade cabinet. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're not dissing the not genuine Lego, because, you know, the not genuine Lego is cheaper. I mean, a little bit cheaper quality, tinier bricks. You know, you need tweezers sometimes to build these things. But, you know, when you haven't got oodles of cash to throw at official Lego sets, I'm glad that they do ones like that. And you know who also has some Lego sets to build? Let me do a... Are we in time to do an actual shout out, I wonder? Or is this going to tell me, no, you're going to be on a silly cooldown? Let's have a look. Oh, I guess we already shouted out Captain Krabs. It says 34 minutes. Captain Krabs actually has a generic brick set of number 5 from the Short Circuit movie, and also the DeLorean car from Back to the Future. Yeah, which you may or may not be building on stream. Anyway, enough talk about bricks. Let me go and refill my coffee cup. And then when I come back, we'll take a look at the Publisher of the Week and some more stuff I have on my list, including a new game I'd like to try working on. It's a side project, but I'm allowed on Mix It Up Mondays. So hold on to your hats and I'll tell you about it. I know Dark Muppeteer always gets excited when I use the word game followed by dev in the same sentence. So I did the Lego Game Boy, was a fun little build. Yeah, that's on my throne list, I believe. If anybody wants a quick look at my throne list, no obligations, of course. But also, I've been looking at the Govee light curtains. Has anybody seen those before? You can control it with an app, but they also have an API. So if I got them, I could have you guys control it. And then we could maybe get rid of this TV behind me, get it out of here, and then have that whole wall that we could put something on. And then I've been looking at those too. Yeah, and then I could have like the curtain hang down, and then using some fancy pants trickery, could have like a redemption. So you could put something on the curtain, as well as this sign here, of course, because you're all familiar with this, aren't you? You've all seen this sign, this one here. Did anybody notice, though, that I reduced the number of points needed to use it? Probably didn't, because I didn't realise it was still set at a mammoth 1,500 points. And I thought, that's a bit expensive. So I dropped it down. What did I drop it down to? 250 points. What a bargain. That's a real bargain. So much so that my favourite bear has... Pretend there are curtains here. Insert curtains here. Yeah. Thank you, Bear. So if you use the easily LED or easily LED redemption, Anders, let me know when you get your sticker, Anders, because, you know, my packages generally get there. Okay. So in Ice Bear's stream, okay, my favourite bear has a command where you can gamble points and you get points for different things. And I loaned all my points that I had because I was nice like that. You can gift them to somebody else. I gifted them to Anders. And so I was like, here, you can borrow these. What did he do? Gambled them all and lost them all. And now I still have no points. So thanks to Anders, I am broke in Bear's stream. Yeah. Yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes. Attack Helicopter, happy Monday. Good to see you. All right, so I'm going to... I am now going to run and get a hot coffee, and I should be back in 3 minutes and 2 seconds because I've got to wait for the water to warm up in my single cup brewer. It's probably more information than anybody needs, but there it is. You've got it anyway. Okay. In the meantime, about 1.3 million points lost in gambling in one stream. Yeah. It kind of seems how it was in the run-up to Christmas. You buy all the presents and you're like, okay, and now you give all the presents away. And then, okay, well, that money's not coming back, is it? So, but you know, gift giving makes you feel good, right? Yeah. Anyway, enjoy the drop game. Enjoy having some fishing. I hope Dark Muppeteer hasn't emptied my pond already. Let's have a look. Have we got any fish in the pond still? Yes, we do. Okay, so I'll be back after this short break. It was a raid. Thankfully, it wasn't just as I went to the break. So, Simple Game Dev, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. How are you doing? What did I miss today? Let's get a shout out going because it would have run the clip when, in fact, it was on the BRB screen. So let's fix that. Hey yo! Are you having a great stream? I have to run though, so enjoy and have fun. Oh, that was a bit of feedback on somebody's something there. Raid and running is fine. Appreciate that. I know there's stuff to do. Sometimes I raid out when I really need the bathroom and I'm like, okay, got to raid and run, bye. So have a great rest of your day. Thank you for bringing your party people over to my little corner of the Twitchosphere. I appreciate it. All right, so that wasn't really much of a clip, was it? So if anybody came over with Simple Game Dev that wants to tell us what was going on today, what we missed in the stream, let me know. But in the meantime, my name is Lee. Some people call me Bit Gamey. And I usually work in the Unity game engine. And today will be no exception because I have an idea for a game. I want to do some testing. Never created a game like this before. It's going to be something a little bit different. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to pan out. Because it's a Mix It Up Monday, it's not going to be my main project. So it'll give us a little bit of time to do some prototyping, a little bit of testing, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. And if anybody thinks they might want to come back another time, because, you know, we have a good laugh here, you can drop a follow as well. That would help me reach my next follower goal. So that would be nice. So yeah, good to see everybody. See, call everybody out. I came back and everybody's like, wait, there's a raid? What? Where? So I've done that myself before. I've like raided in, and when I've started the raid, it's like, yeah, we're going to raid this person, and then by the time the raid counter finishes and you raid that person, obviously they had no advance warning you were coming, and they've gone BRB, and then you're like, dang it. These things happen. So yeah, good to see everybody. We actually just covered the free daily assets until the end of the year on the asset store, and now we're going to have a quick look at the weekly asset giveaway that they have in the shape of the Publisher of the Week asset. And this week it's Explosive Device C4 and Defuse Kit, which means if you use QATMO, QATMO, as the code at checkout, then you can in fact, as you can see, I already bought it on Christmas Day, you can in fact get this $8 asset, currently half price, for $0. QATMO does actually have some very nice interior assets, if you're not familiar with the developer. He has like a police station, he's got an elevator. Let's have a quick look, see what else. And they quite often have half-price sales. And do you know how I know that they quite often have half-price sales? Because they get posted on my Discord server. Yeah, for free. I don't even charge you for the information. So because it's Publisher of the Week, all the assets are currently half price anyway. There's a book asset, which is always free. This one is free as Publisher of the Week asset. And there's like holding cells, there's police station, office and security room, restaurant. So a lot of interior environmental assets. And I feel like, did I buy the elevator? No, I was looking at elevators a while ago. Thought that was the one I bought, but I guess not. But yeah, take a look at the other assets as well. It's nice to have a free asset. But yeah, if you want this for free, then add it to your basket, check out, use the name of the developer, QATMO, as the code at checkout, and watch the price drop to free. The asset contains a model of an explosive device with a realistic design of C4 explosives. 3D model of a tactical kit with a set of tools for defusing bombs. So we've got this one. And then if we look at the Sketchfab models, that will show us. I love that the Unity Asset Store supports Sketchfab, because you know, you can show a YouTube video, which is great. You can show still images, which are great. But with Sketchfab, you can zoom in and out, you can rotate it and look all around the model. So, if you're like, well, I wonder what inside the bag looks like. I mean, if you have that wonder, actually, look, we're inside. We're inside it right now. And then here's the other one. We went too far. We went all the way through. We inside now? I think we're inside. There we go. Yeah, so if you have a a game, I mean, it's a fairly realistic art style, so you need a fairly realistic game to put it into if you wanted things to match. But yeah, can't beat the price, can you? When it's for free, QATMO. Yes, that's the code. I want to say Quatmo. That's how I usually pronounce it, but I could also be wrong. Okay, what's next on the agenda? Daily freebies, done that. Yeah, so I'm still looking for suggestions of what we can have to fill that gap. You see that gap over there between the calendar widget and the music UI? Need something to go in the middle there. Now, obviously, you know, we do fill that gap when there's any hype. And I could just throw like a random bar in there, a random gauge. Oh, look, this is how many Partner Plus points I need, or this is how many subscribers or followers or whatever. But I don't know. I think I can do better than that. I'm going to have a think about what could go in that spot. Anybody going to win the drop game today? We're going to get 99 or more. Speaking of walk-on sounds and Ice Bear Bear having a new one, that is Kilted's new walk-on sound. How you doing, Kilted? Welcome on in. Hope your Monday is going well. We're just deciding what possibly could go in the gap at the bottom of the screen there. There's a big old gap, as you can see, between the music UI and the calendar widget. You know what playlist we haven't had in a while? This playlist. Do you know this artist, Kilted? Have you heard of this artist on Spotify? That's some great tracks. Yeah, some really good music. I have a playlist set up just for them. Oh, that sounds familiar. Yeah, I hope so. What about little bit gamey robots that represent subscribers? That would be something, Berlin, but also that would be very reminiscent of being in JD Does Dev Stream, where he has little CRT TVs running around with chatters' names above them. But maybe something similar. You may have missed my suggestion for the bottom part of the screen. Did I? What was your suggestion? Did I miss when you came? What about Endless Runner Mario, who jumps over random holes or pipes and jumps up to punch random blocks? Food for thought. All right. So that was Kilted's suggestion. And then we have Balint's suggestion. Copy that. Paste it up there. All right. Anybody else has any other suggestions? Let me know. I will add them to the list. Yeah, Dukasoft's been teasing us. Visited an old closed military airfield today. He can neither confirm nor deny whether he had his drone with him. But I guess that's why he has a tease command. Yeah. Tatum, how you doing? Happy Monday. Hope all is well with you two. Ham sandwich in the lunchbox along with plain chips, an apple, and an oatmeal cream pie. Did you know you got auto-modded? Dukasoft, don't do that. You know you don't need permission. Tatum, do you have any idea why that message got auto-modded? I'm going to tell you why that got auto-modded. It wasn't that the auto-mod thought ham sandwich was some kind of derogatory term. It wasn't the fact that lunchbox can actually refer to part of the body. What it balked on, what the auto-mod didn't like, Dukasoft, what it didn't like was cream pie. You heard it here first. But I let it through because, you know, probably my dessert. Yeah, just desserts. Skim, how are you? Punch all the blocks. Yeah, what I also wanted, though, was maybe we can tie in either Balint's or Kilted's idea with what we talked about on a previous stream, was like in Shark Geek's stream, Shark Geek has 4 redemptions where they do things individually, but if you do them all together, then it triggers something else. So maybe we could use that.
The sheer ignorance that comes out in droves from people who want to just keep doing their unsustainable hobby, it pushes my buttons more than anything in this world. Because I'm like, all the data's right there. You have to choose to ignore all of this. You have to be selectively ignorant to all that information.
Selectively ignorant sounds like a good name for an indie band, but that's our resident shark expert. And he has a redemption called Pyro. And there are 4 redemptions numbered Pyro 1 through 4. And individually, it'll bring a shark up at the bottom of the screen with fire coming out of its mouth. But if you do all 4 of them, if you set all 4 of them off, then there's a big boom. Yeah. So maybe we could have something at the bottom of the screen down there. And then maybe if you start doing the redemption, maybe it does other things. Like if, say, for example, we took Kilted's idea and we have a Mario running along, endless runner style, and then one of the redemptions is to punch. So he might be running along and just jumping pipes and things, and then when you do that redemption, he starts punching, and then, you know, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, which isn't always the best thing, but anyway. I am sorry. No, we're not going to accept your sorry, Tatum, because there was nothing intentional in there. So we're going to nuke that message. Things that sound dirty but aren't, right? Oh, Lord, you nasty. You sound a little bit like Medea there, Balint, when you're saying that. Anybody familiar with Medea? Tyler Perry character in all those movies and stage shows. Hello, sorry, I'm Badaki. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I know we looked at a BPM dancer as well before. Turgoose, my favourite goose, is in chat. How are you, Turgus? Welcome on in, you alien spawning from a duck person, you. Yeah, so this playlist from Kilted Ninja, aka Monsieur Morris, is what we used to play on Sandbox Saturdays. But then we didn't have Sandbox Saturdays anymore. We did away with them because Sandbox Saturdays were around when I used to stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and obviously Saturdays. And then we did away with it. And then Sandbox Saturday kind of moved to Mix It Up Monday. So it seems only fitting, really. Not only do we have Kilted here joining us, but, you know, since we moved Sandbox Saturday to Mix It Up Monday, and today is Mix It Up Monday, today is the day when we should be playing Kilted's music. All right, there it is. Good morning. Sorry I am late. The dogs have caused problems this morning. Uh-oh. Did they cause messes where they shouldn't have? Are the doggos sick? And there was a cleanup on aisle 9. What kind of problems are we talking about, if you can disclose them, Turgoose? Because my alarm went off at 7:30 today, and I headed over to Firefighter Gamey's house and let her dogs out, and waited a while, and then let them back in again. And yeah, it was very freezingly freezing. And Turgus, obviously, we spoke to Hugin earlier, who lives on one side of me, and Turgus lives on the other side of me. So, you know, we're obviously neighbours as well. So I'm a bit disappointed if you did need help that you didn't pop around. I mean, you're the first one to come around and ask for sugar, Turgus, so I don't know why you wouldn't come around and ask me to help with the dogs. Or maybe you knew I was streaming and that's why. Possibly. We were 80 degrees yesterday. Today I've got my penguins in my living room. Right, Skim? Crazy town, right? It was like last night, yesterday at 5 p.m, it was 74. And by 9 p.m, it was 54. I mean, usually of an evening, sometimes we like to sit on the porch, watch the world go by. And yeah, it was Wizard of Oz windy last night, and it was getting colder, so we didn't stay out there for too long. It's a little bit chilly-willy. Came roaring in with super strong winds. Yeah, and I almost got some good footage of all the leaves, because there's a lot of leaves on the ground at the moment, being blown down the street, but for reasons I didn't manage to get it. My large dog, as soon as I let him in, started to wee all in the house as soon as I let him in. The belt on my carpet cleaner also decided to break. I had to run out to my mother's to borrow hers. We had a really good carpet cleaner. It was a Bissell, and it worked for a good while, but then it just didn't work anymore. So we threw it out because, you know, I repaired it and kept it going for as long as I could. And then we ended up finding one at Goodwill, $12. $12 in Goodwill, carpet shampooer, and it was Hoover. And it's great. Yeah, it works really well. So, yeah. I mean, the belt, if you want a belt, you might be able to get one from Amazon. I don't know if you're looking to try and fix it yourself. Usually that's where I source a lot of my parts from. I have a Bissell. It is good, but I need to replace the belt. Yeah. I can't remember now. It's been a while since ours broke. I can't remember exactly what the issue was. But yeah, I can definitely recommend the Hoover one. The only thing we have a Bissell vacuum cleaner, which has a retractable cord, which is great. You know, you finish vacuuming, hold your foot down on the pedal, it goes whiz, 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 and the cord's done. Why didn't they do that with their carpet shampooer? Why are they making me go like this and this and this and this and like wind the cord up all the time? It's annoying. I actually know somebody that works for Bissell. I need to file a complaint with them. I need to turn into a Karen. Alrighty. So, where are we at? Tatum, thank you for revealing the contents of your lunchbox on stream. I do enjoy hearing what you have packed up for yourself. Okay, so we've had a little bit of chit-chat about what we're going to fill the bottom of the screen over there with, in the middle. Probably something maybe tied to punch. No. Tied to redemptions, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, I do actually need to raid out soon before we've even got into Unity today. I have to take Minigamey to a medical appointment. That was partly why I wanted to start earlier today. It ended up not happening. I still started at my normal time. I had planned on starting a couple of hours earlier at 8 a.m. Central Time. I did post it on Discord, but then I deleted the message when I woke up not feeling great. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I can do an extra 2 hours. So, yeah, the appointment is at 1:15 my time, which means we need to leave the house at 12:45, and it's now 12:06. So I think we'll give it about another 30 minutes, and then I'll probably need to do the raid thing. Which, we're in ads at the moment, so people that don't have Turbo and don't subscribe probably won't hear me saying. So we'll keep it a secret from them. Oh no, wait, ad starts in a minute and a half. Not ads finishes. Okay, anyway, so everybody knows then. Yay! Alrighty. So I'll make some notes, and maybe tomorrow. Wait, Twitch has ads? I see what you did there. You see, Dukasoft's not only a subscriber, but also has Turbo. So, gives a double whammy to the ads. So my schedule for this week, if anybody saw it, I'm not even sure. Did I post it? I'm not even sure if I posted it on socials yet. But I did post it on my Discord server in the Stream News channel. And it says pretty much probably no stream New Year's Day. I probably am streaming all the other days. And it says probably game dev, who knows? So we'll see. I'll see how it goes. Laughlies, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Are you having a great Monday? Party people need to know. Thank you. I hope you have a happy new year too. Yes, you're having a great Monday. Excellent. Hang on, did I miss a message? I have a medical appointment next Tuesday. Mrs. Goose is having me fixed. Fixed? What's wrong? Okay. All right. I am flexing with my new badge. I like that new badge. Fallout Season 2 Ghoul. Yeah. So I'm guessing you've watched the... is it 2 episodes out now for Season 2? On Twitch. On Amazon Prime. I've watched the first one. I'm not allowed... I'm watching it. Excellent. I'm not allowed to watch any more episodes yet because I apparently was supposed to watch it with Brit Gamey, and I didn't realise because it's been so long since Season 1 and Season 2. I forgot that I was watching that particular season or show with Brit Gamey. So when the new one came out, I'm like, yay! And then I watched it, and then I had a call with Brit Gamey, and she said, oh, are we going to watch Fallout Season 2 at some point? And I was like, yeah, of course we are. Just like we watched the last season. So, yeah. So I'm not allowed to watch anymore at the moment until we can arrange our schedules and we can watch it because I'm in Texas and she's in England. So we have to coordinate it, and she works as well. So, yeah. Oh, more Elton John from my favourite bear. What's the first thing you're going to do when the year starts? Sleep. Yeah, because we usually stay up and see the new year in, as they say. Usually wait till it goes past midnight and then go to bed. So, yeah. Yeah, sleep. Sleep is going to be the first thing. See, the good thing is when people get ads, you can still talk to them. You can still talk to them in chat. See? So, Laughlies has had 70 messages in the chat before. I always like to scroll back because when we don't see people here too often, I like to scroll back and see what we've chatted about before. Just try and be a little bit more engaging, really. So, Sleep, got it, me too, Later Gator. Oh, I guess we're losing Laughlies already mid-ads. Okay. So we can see at the bottom of the chat window, for those people that aren't seeing ads, we do have an ad break in progress bar, because myself as the broadcaster, and I believe the mods, can see a box that appears at the top of the chat window, but nobody else can see that. So I wanted a way for you guys to see when ads were actually finished. That little green bar above my head should give you an indication. Okay. So, since we've got like 30 minutes left, let me tell you the type of game that I was thinking of. So, I don't know if you're familiar with Swagbucks. Anybody familiar with the cashback thing called Swagbucks? Well, Swagbucks, at least in the US, allows you to sign up for certain offers, to do surveys, play games and things, and they'll reward you for it. It's not enough you're going to retire on it. Okay, it's just a bit of fun, to be honest. Well, they sent me a thing recently and said, hey, we'll give you some money if you play Monopoly Go. I've seen all the ads. I've seen all the actors that have sold out on the Monopoly Go ads on TV. And I'm like, no, I'm okay. I mean, Monopoly, people that don't know, Monopoly is one of my favorite games. I like playing it IRL, although I don't play it very often. But it's the only game, believe it or not, that I have on my phone. And you can't actually get the OG game anymore from the Asset Store. Yeah, for whatever reason, the original Monopoly game got pulled from the Apple Store. So, yeah, if something ever happens that I lose it from my phone, that's it. I'm out of luck. So, I thought, well, you know what? Let me just give it a go. And I tried it, and it's quite different. I don't know if anybody's played Monopoly Go. It's quite different from normal Monopoly. There's a whole thing where you can invite friends and do it, but I don't do that. I just like play it solo. But it's not like in the original Monopoly, they give you money and then you buy properties and that kind of stuff. It's not like that. You don't get a set amount of money. You do get money from playing it. And then you do use money when you buy properties. But it's not like you start off with a set amount of cash like in the original game. So there's quite a few differences. After 3 months of unfun, I'm still standing. Had to hear it, Bear. Yeah. And as I was saying earlier on Ice Bear's stream, certain songs do certain things. And I said, maybe we need something on here that does that. If there's certain songs that we see quite often, not the Lee song, because we already have the lyrics for that. But, maybe a Bongo Cat song or something specific that we might be able to hook into, then maybe we can have something happen on stream, possibly. Am I the only one that does not play games on the phone? I mean, you could argue that I don't really, because Monopoly is the only game I have on my phone. I rarely play it, and when I do play it, it's usually because I haven't got an internet connection, like if I'm on an airplane or something, I can just jump on there. It doesn't need an internet connection, and I can just play with NPC players. No phone games for me. See, Ice Bear plays video games, but not on the phone. So I don't like my phone. It's very interruptive. Yeah, that too. No, I hate phone ads. Not a lot of love phone games today. So anyway, what I was leading into, rare for me to play phone games. What I was leading into is that they got me onto this Monopoly Go, and then I started playing it, and I'm like, you know what? I've never really created a game like a Monopoly type game, and I thought maybe we can create something like Monopoly where it's a 3D game. You have a player piece, for want of a better word, and move around the board, and then as you get to different squares on the board, different things happen. So, like a lot of board games. But I've never really looked into doing anything like that. And it introduces things like, okay, how do you determine when you've landed on a particular square and what that particular square does? Do you use colliders and say, okay, now you've collided with this collider, that must mean you're on that square? Do you use some kind of lookup table where it says, okay, your piece is now in this exact spot, so that must mean you're on this square? So there's a lot of things it introduces that I haven't really looked into before, as a game dev that I think might be interesting to look into. I actually am more likely to play a game on my phone than anywhere else. I will be the outlier. I mean, it wouldn't do for everybody to be the same, especially when we're floating questions like that. I want people to be honest. There's no good everybody coming in and going, "Oh yeah, no, phone games stink." I mean, it wasn't a witch hunt for playing games. I was just curious. But if I'm going to play a game for an extended amount of time, it's not usually on a phone. Yeah, and I think that tells really about a lot of game types that you see on mobile devices. Now, most of them are very quick games, or they're games where you can do a little bit and then come back to later, or it's the hyper casual type games or the idle clicker games, those kind of things where, I'm not going to say that people mostly do them when they're in the bathroom, but that's one example of when you might just pull out your phone real quick and want to do something to pass the time. And yeah. The interesting thing about programming a board game is that the path that will be taken is very distinct. Well, that's one of the other things you see, Dr. Captain Sir, which brings me to my next point, and thank you for allowing me that segue, is that I thought rather than just having a static board with a linear path to work through, what about if you had something like where you mashed it with snakes and ladders, as they call it in England, or chutes and ladders, as I believe it's called in the US, where, you can get to a certain point and then maybe something happens that you have to go off and then you end up going back to earlier in the game. I think maybe Game of Life possibly has that as well, where you can actually either go back so many spaces or go to different parts on the board, so it's not such a direct route. It may have junctions or crossroads, but if you count 4 spaces from the current space, you almost always just know where that is. Yeah, I usually pass something else then time in the bathroom, but I guess that depends on your diet. See, Cutie Kitty knows what I was getting at there. Yeah. So, so what I was thinking in my head, and that's usually I find the best place to think, is if I had a car, and something happens to the car, like the car moves around the board, maybe even call it temporarily, "Are we there yet?" or something. The car moves around the board and things happen to the car that will cause things to happen in the game, like, "Oh, you've landed on this square. Oh no, something's wrong with your car. The check engine lights come on. So now when you roll the dice, you can only get from 1 to 3 instead of 1 to 6. Or, "Oh, you've landed on this square, that gets you a free mechanic card. So if the check engine light comes on later, you can repair it straight away." That kind of thing, a bit like the get out of jail free card that you get in Monopoly. And then you could have things like, maybe if it's like chutes and ladders and you go down the chutes or down the snakes, if you're in England, you could have like an oil slick, since it's cars. And, you slide down the oil slick and you end up being further back on the board. I don't know. What do we think? Do you think it has legs? Is it even worth prototyping? Or does it sound like a steaming hot pile of dookie? Which brings us back to Cutie Kitty passing things in the bathroom. I return! Welcome back, Darth. From the dark side. Yeah, sorry. Has a lot of diversions. Parcheesi has moves you can split up with the dice face amounts. Yeah, so I think it's a rabbit hole. I think Ice Bear's excited, and if my favourite bear is excited, that means I'm excited too. So I think what we might do today is kind of talk it out a little bit, and then tomorrow we can maybe jump into Unity and use Unity 6, maybe the latest version. And in in Unity 6 onwards, I believe, in Unity 6 onwards, I think there is a new spline system. So maybe we can look at that as well. See if we can use the spline system for moving around the board. Sounds like fun. Thank you, Tatum. And when I ask these questions, okay, it's because I'm genuinely, and I mean this, I'm genuinely interested in people's opinions. There's no wrong answer. If you come back and go, that doesn't sound like something I would play, or, well, I think that would be good, but, you know, maybe add this, or, you know, I just don't think that idea has legs. That's okay. That's fine. I don't want people coming in and going, oh, you said you're going to do this game, so I like you, so I'm just going to say it would be great if you don't think it would be, okay? I appreciate that level of support, but on this particular occasion, when it's a game dev idea that may or may not have legs, just because I thought of it doesn't mean it's going to be any good. All right, I'll just put that out there. Mike's has gone live and given me a shout. Let's return the favour. Here we go. Let's get a shout out for Mr. Smikes.
I need something.
See, he's probably just started streaming, so you can probably help him out with the crossword, because that's one of the things he does at the start of his stream. For some reason, it didn't send me the notification, which is odd. Unity Splines is from 2022 onwards. I didn't know that. Thanks, Tubby. Yeah, so potentially we could go older. Maybe if we start with 6, and maybe not the very latest 6, but a version of 6 that I have installed. And I wanted it to be URP anyway. I want it to be bright and shiny, like it could possibly be a mobile title, or it could possibly be on the Switch. So bright and shiny would be good. And bright and shiny out the box, for me at least, is URP. Now, if you're as skilled and talented as the West brothers, Tubby Crumbles and Max Speedy, and, you know, you can just take a project and create it in the built-in render pipeline and still make it look like HDRP high definition, that's great. But I can only hope to one day be somewhere close to that level. Okay, so yeah, we might go with 6, we might go with URP. We'll fire it up tomorrow because I need to get to that appointment shortly. I like my level of banter. Please tell me you like mine too. Feed my ego. Okay, I see what you're doing there, TD. Yeah, you're doing the opposite of me. I'm trying to say don't feed my ego, but you clearly have a starving, malnourished ego there. So clearly that we need to feed it. Yeah. TD, when are you streaming again? Keep teasing us saying you're going to stream, and then I never see any notifications. Seems to be rude, quite frankly. You know, you'll come in here and you'll turn me down, turn my mic down. You'll disconnect me on the stream and all the other good stuff to stop me from streaming. But will you stream yourself? Alrighty. So yeah, so I sent myself an email, and then I kept updating the email with different stuff, and I thought of different ideas. So what I need to do now is try and find that email, and I know I have it here somewhere because it said Monopoly game. Here we go, Monopoly type game. Okay, so I had, with cars, squares to get propelled X spaces. So like maybe you find a nitrous oxide or a turbo to add to your car that might zoom you forward to different spaces. An option where you can break down, so check engine light or just broken down or something. Extra fuel that you can pick up along the way, so like power-ups. I put spare tyre. Don't really know why I put spare tyre. I don't know. Lunch break is over. Thank you for the stream. Y'all have a great day. Thank you, Bitgum Duckleson, Tatum, Pirate Tatum, no less. You have a great day too. Always good to see you. I streamed last night. What do you mean? Wait, what? You did not stream last night. Now we have to check on the authenticity of the words that are coming out of TD's mouth. Why is it if you have a stream upcoming, it won't tell you when the last stream was? Are you just not saving VODs, TD? And did you actually stream last night, or are you just winding me up? Because I have this little thing here, look, always. I'm not only following, but I also have it set to always tell me, and it didn't tell me. So I think you might be telling Porcupines, because I got no notification you went live. So when you're walking around the house today, TD, mind you don't bump that long nose of yours on any walls as you walk around, okay? All right, so what I also had was snaking track. So I'm thinking it can't be too linear, and it can't really be like a square one like Monopoly, because if you need to, you can go backspaces on a square board, but you can't really take any diversions. You can't like slide down an oil slick and go to other parts of the board. So that will need some thought about the board layout. Another idea I had was police pulling you over, possible speeding, makes you go back so many spaces. We might have a jail. I don't want to make it too much like Monopoly, but I was just winding you up. Well, the joke's on you because we proved you wrong. So I was shocked I didn't see you show up in my stream last night. Did it notify you? It did notify me, and I don't know if you have your viewer list open while you're streaming, Turgus. I was actually lurking in your stream last night. So I was there. I wasn't able to engage, as they say, but I did show up. Alrighty. Well, as it fast approaches 12:30, and I need to get going for this appointment. Not as long a stream as I would normally like when we're about to start deving, but I think that lines us up to do some more brainstorming and to fire up Unity tomorrow. I might even fire up Unity and get the project ready and get it all sorted later today so that it's ready for tomorrow, and then we can start doing the important stuff instead of waiting for it to create a new project and waiting for me to import a lot of the assets that I normally use in projects and things. So it's not as long as normal, is what you're saying. I mean, there's a joke in there somewhere, Nerdwin. Should I go and see the doctor? There's a cream for that. Come on, give me your best shot. But, you know, Nerdwino has been up since dark o'clock today because he had the collab stream with Tiny Toxic Tofu. So, yeah. Nerdwino probably needs a nap about now. All right, let's see who we can raid out to today. Who is probably the cold? There you go. Ding, ding, ding. Actually, I'm going to blame a lot of things for the cold today because it is actually very cold. Hey, Tiny Toxic Tofu is still on. How is she still on, Nerdwino? Should we raid Tiny Toxic Tofu and give her all the love today since she had the collab stream? She was going all day, I think. Happy belated birthday, Sir Isaac Newton. Okay, so she has front page visibility today, which might explain why she's got 3,628 viewers right now. So let's do the thing. Let's send the love over. Totally not to get me that visibility, because I like Tiny Toxic Tofu. I am following. And yeah, so we're going to do the thing. Thank you, Entropic. And thank you again for that sub. That was very much appreciated. I'm hoping that the content has the hairs on the back of your neck standing up and you're excited for what comes next, because I have no idea what it's going to be. So, yeah, we'll work it out together. All right, let's head on over to the stream ending scene. We can kick off the raid command. This channel is intended for mature audiences. I don't know why, but there it is. There's the forewarning. There is Tiny Toxic Tofu doing the whiteboard thing. We're going to head on over now and see what she's doing. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. If not sooner. I don't know. Make sure your notifications are enabled. All right? And I don't mean the silly personalized thing. Have it set to all or going live or whatever they call it. And I will be back at the latest at 10 a.m. tomorrow, maybe even sooner, so we can get cracking on this game. I'm a little bit excited for it because, you know, that new project buzz, as any game devs will tell you, is always fun to have. So there are your raid messages. First one for subscribers, second one for non-subscribers. Let's go and show Tiny Toxic Tofu some love, all right? Don't be intimidated by the number of viewers in there, okay? Please spam the chat. Well, don't spam it, just post it once. But if you could post the raid message when we get there, that would be great, okay? And I'll be back tomorrow. So let's see if we can get Tiny Toxic Tofu full screen. There she is. All right, we're going to head on over now, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Hopefully see you back here then. Same time, same place, in the morning. Bye.
I understand your question, sorry.